And welcome back once again. My name is James Henderson, coming to you live from where else? Where it all got started. That's right, folks. We have got an exciting show here today. And so, what's going on with the state of crypto? The world is now exploding on the blockchain. People are finally realizing that the blockchain is a secure way to structure your data and to secure it. Whoa, no more having one database that holds all the information that can be easily manipulated. The blockchain now is starting to take over the medical field, the oil fields, and starting to utilize and process business structures and making them more efficient. Wow, that's all. No, maybe the government should be using the blockchain to make it more efficient, right? I'm just saying, efficiency in the government, there's a laughing joke. Well, hopefully with Trump and a businessman in the office, I know for a fact he's starting to make, whether or not you like him or not, that's not the point. He's starting to make things more efficient and starting to cut costs. Now maybe he's cutting costs on what you like, what you don't like. Needless to say, there's got to be a way to make things more efficient running the government. Because eventually all the crap is going to wind up like a broken company. So whether or not you like them or hate them, I'm not into that. I'm just saying the blockchain itself is starting to make things more efficient. All right? So I think I just pissed off half my customers. Who cares? What's going on with the state of crypto? The state of crypto here is so there's this new index that has come to the market. So the MV Index Solutions, known as the MVIS, it's an indexing division of an ETF provider by Van Eck. So these guys are major players in the stock market, right? So these guys are going to be taking this ETF, utilizing the 50 plus major digital asset exchanges around the world, and then hopefully making a lot of people a lot of money. Here's the problem though with utilizing the major players of the digital currencies. Well, if you take the top 50 altcoins that are out there, half of them go up, half of them go down. So the price of the ETF is never going to change. My recommendation: just buy and hold on what Bitcoin is actually doing. 4 months ago, 4 to 5 months ago, when I started this project, Bitcoin was at $2,000. Now it's at $7,500. I mean, but a lot of the indexes that are out there, or a lot of the so-called ETFs that they started 6 months ago, would have stayed flat. So where Bitcoin has jumped up 400%, these ETFs are just pretty much going to relatively stay the same. And at the end of this episode, we talk about where are the coins, what are they doing, what are the major players at the current state of time. So here it is, November 7th, 2017, and we know that the digital asset indexes is starting to bring on a bunch of ETFs to utilize today's markets and hopefully raising more money for these stockbrokers. So with that said, when the MVIS crypto compared digital asset 10 was added to the index, or was talked about being added to the index, Bitcoin immediately jumped up 2%. There's literally over 10,000 people that were excited about being part of this ETF, thinking that they're just going to get a never-ending stream of revenue when they retire. Now, whether or not that happens or not, that's one thing. But if you really want to make some serious money, once again, when I tell people, you just might want to stay with the major player, and that of being Bitcoin. I'm not a financial analyst. I don't tell people what to do. This now, just to clarify, this show is for entertainment purposes only, and any financial references that I give is not due to the fact of I'm advising you to buy or sell any of the altcoins. So I'm just a programmer with a cryptology degree. So 25 years in the field. I'm excited because finally something that I get excited about is now coming available. So what is the state of Bitcoin? Bitcoin on November 6th reached an all-time high of 7,590 across the global exchange. That's incredible. Because think about it, 5 months ago, when I first started this project, Bitcoin was at $2,000. I mean, you're now talking about 400%, up the ante, which is pretty cool in my opinion, because I own a lot of stock in the NASDAQ, and I'm down 10%. Okay, so yes, I'm a major player of Bitcoin, and that 20% that I have in Bitcoin has crossed everything that I have in the NASDAQ. So this is pretty cool. So I'm excited about this project that I have here. So who besides the Bitcoin USD exchange, who else is a major player in this? Japan. Why is Japan such a big deal about trading Bitcoin? Have you seen their currency? It's not that great. I know our president's over there. They're trying to make trade relationships, but right now, a lot more people are believing in the cryptocurrency than they are in the Japan yen. So what's going on with Ethereum? Why is it still sitting at 300 bucks? You know, some of my biggest mistakes that I made was advising this one kid. It's like, you know what? Ethereum's at 300 bucks. Everyone's saying that it's going to go to 4,000. You know, why is it still sitting at 300? Well, after doing a lot of research and what I've been saying for the past couple weeks, is a lot of these people that are creating these ICO tokens known as shitcoins, because they ain't gonna do crap really. They're creating all these great ideas, raising all this money, and then dumping the Ethereum, and then taking off to Vegas to party for a while. So, and that's the truth with that. If people would just sit down, look at these white papers, research whether or not the white paper is a duplicate of another coin. Okay, I'm Irish, friend. So Ethereum is sitting at around 300 because of the fact that we're at the point of people creating all these great business with these Ethereum coins, raising all this money, and then dumping the stock. So nothing comes avail to it, and there's a bunch of Ethereum just sat there on the market. So with that being said, the Ethereum exchange probably not going to move until people start realizing that when they start investing in these ICOs, do your due diligence. It's not the place for you to go out there, and you're not going to get rich off of 90% of these Ethereum coins. It's just not going to happen because they'll never see the light of day. So which sucks. So the cool thing about the blockchain is that you've got Shell, BP, Amegy, all these huge energy platforms that are now starting to jump on the blockchain and make this thing more efficient. So ING, a major player in the financial industry, especially in the oil industry, has created a blockchain powered platform for energy trading that will improve efficiency of what's going on. You know, so for the last couple months, they've taken several ships, oil cargo ships. This blockchain can tell you exactly where it came from, Africa, what pump it came out of, then what boat it's on, and what dock it's going to be in China to ship all the oil off to their residence. So you'll be able to see where a lot of the oil that came from Africa, what pump station it's at in China. So which is pretty cool. And so when they start replicating that across the board, I mean that's the whole point of getting into the BP, Shell, and Strat Oil, is we'll be able to know exactly where the oil came from, and then where the oil has ended up in. So, for instance, back in about 7 years ago, 8 years ago, there's a lot of things called bad gas. Well, when that happened, a lot of thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars were pretty much a lot of cars were damaged because of the bad gas. No one knew what area it came from. No one knew what happened, what platform, where was the fault in the whole oil industry, you know. So who created the bad gas? Well, now with the blockchain that's out there, we'll actually be signing. I agree. My car got damaged too. We'll actually be able to pinpoint where the bad gas actually came from within milliseconds, instead of doing all these researches on all these different databases. So once again, the blockchain is here to really help us, you know, secure and the research our information a lot quicker, and it's pretty cool how this blockchain is really coming avail. So what's going on with the U.S. Treasury? Well, U.S. Treasury is starting to research financial crimes of what else? Of defense's identities and the money laundering and terrorist financial risk. So is this a bad thing or good thing with Bitcoin? I don't know. I'm still trying to wonder about that, because on one hand, I want the SEC to get on board to help give people the credibility and the reliability. I don't know about that. The reliability about what people are raising money for, that they're actually gonna do. In other words, like I said, with all these altcoins that are being recreated, and a lot of them are never going to see the time of day, you know, the SEC will actually put the company's feet to the fire and saying that you're going to actually do what you're going to do. And so that's the reason why I don't invest in any of these ICOs, because if you just do a little research on the white paper and Google a portion of it, you find out that it's almost a carbon copy of another project that took off a month ago and raised a lot of money. So people, just do your due diligence on creating before you invest in these ICOs. Yes, in the very beginning, people made a lot of money, but now it's becoming a lot of countries are starting to say, wait a minute, too many people out there are starting to get scammed by these altcoins, and that's the reason why the U.S. Treasury is starting to get involved on these audits of FinCEN's cryptocurrency practices, and a lot of other companies that are out there. So once again, please do your due diligence before investing, if you do invest. For you know, the state out there, I don't invest in these ICOs. I do invest in Bittrex, so that's where I make most of my money. I'm like a day trader, but I day trade 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, using my own product called MalairteBitcoin.com, which, if you look on my YouTube channel, I'll show you, you know, what's been going on. So which is pretty cool. I am working on version 2, which is pretty cool. Oh, so going back to the blockchain, what's going on? So MIT has came up with the State Medical Board, the FSMB, and they announced today that if you're a medical person, you realize that there's a lot of fraud in the medical industry. So when you get hired for a new job, it takes you about a month just to get hired, because they have to research whether or not you got this credibility, this credit, this certificate. And the reason why I know a little bit, I actually know a little bit about this because my brother-in-law is a doctor. And so he says that in order for him to get hired, it took him about 2 or 3 months to get hired. Well, now the blockchain has been in place by the U.S. Medical Board, and they're actually doing this on their certificate pilot program. That now that when a new employee gets, when a company in our hospital wants a new employee that they want to hire, they can actually take a look at this blockchain and validate all the certificates that these guys have been accredited with. So that'll cut down on all the fraud that's out there. So if you're part of the medical staff, like nursing or doctor or anyone like that, well, then you'll be your information will be a part of this U.S. Medical Board group blockchain certificate pilot program. So no personal information is going to be out there except for your credentials and your information relating to the medical board, which will cut down on the fraud and hopefully cut down a lot of malpractice. So which is also a big deal. Okay, so what's going on with the state of crypto? Bitcoin is actually down 2% from 7,500 to 7,100. Now it's 7,200. The number just keeps changing like everything. Litecoin is, so the bad thing about it is when Bitcoin drops down below 2%, actually Litecoin shoots up. For all the Litecoin developers out there, they're probably out selling their Litecoin. Ether is up because there has been such a crackdown on Ethereum that not a lot of people are starting to create these ICOs. So now with less Ether out there, Ethers can finally go up, and it's past $300. Thank goodness too, because I've been holding on to Ether for a very long time, and I've just seen it stayed at 300. Do I think Ether is going to go way above 300? I do, but however, though, there's a lot of crap that's out there that's keeping Ethereum down. So now that we know from the state of crypto, Bitcoin is great for products and exchanges. Ethereum is great for contracts. Dash is up 9.87%. Just because Bitcoin is down. Ripple is up 3.45%. Zcash is up 3.15%. And of course, Monero is up 15.41%. Why is Monero up? Because they're about to release a new. It's either they're about to release a new product that's out there that's going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, or it's just going to be another fuddy-duddy. They've done this twice now. So we'll see. I don't hold any Monero, but we'll see what happens. Once Ether, we know that Ether's up. Ether Classic is also going to be up, not lagging behind. Bitcoin Cash is down less than 1%. Of course, Waves is up 4.51%, and then Stratus is down at 0.55%. With Bitcoin being down, why is also Stratus down? I think Stratus has been playing with people's minds for the last couple months, that people are starting to get wary of what's going on with Stratus. They have a good team, they have a good product. We'll see what happens. But Dash on the other hand has a great marketing department, but it's not there yet as far as creating a major player in the whole Bitcoin solution. I could be wrong, but everything I know they pay people to market their product. So if you have nothing else to do, get a part of Dash's marketing team. But guys, really, if you're gonna talk to guys like me that know the background and ins and outs of the state of crypto, I don't know everything, and it's true. Hola, I don't. But what I do want to know when people come talk to me about a new coin is what is it gonna do? What is it gonna solve? Who are the people on the team that's gonna execute the information? What's the state of their past, you know, and because me and a couple guys we looked at this one coin, we thought it was a great idea, but then we started researching the guys that are out there, and we couldn't find them, or we did find them, and through retrospective researching, turns out it was just a fake account on LinkedIn, so we asked LinkedIn to validate this guy's account. They said it was fake. Took him off. So once again, guys, if you're out there, if you're thinking about creating a new idea, one, research your team. If your team can find guys who can research the industry, and then go out there and raise money and just do what you say. Why are a lot of people jumping ship here in America that wanted to create ICOs but now have no interest in doing that here in America? Because the SEC is actually holding these companies' securities feet to the fire. So with that being said, that has been the state of crypto for today. For everyone who's in Texas, I'll be in Austin, Texas at this meetup. And if you're not part of a meetup group, a Bitcoin meetup group, I would advise you to join. Get to know it, especially if you're a new user or someone who just wants to learn about Bitcoin. People who know will gladly share their information, and the people who don't know will gladly accept the information. In fact, I'll talk a night if people just keep buying the beers. That's it for me, So what's going on with MalairteBitcoin.com? Well, the good news is after that so the problem is with Malairte Bitcoin is it's a high volume micro trading bot. And so when everybody moves all their altcoins to Bitcoin because they're ready for that fork on November 13th through the 16th, no one has a clue when it's going to fork, but one of those days it's going to fork. That brings literally the whole market down in altcoins. So then, since I've got 99.9% of my Bitcoin in altcoins, that dropped my estimated value of Bitcoins down. But finally, it's gone higher. So I went from 2 Bitcoins to 2.16 Bitcoins overnight because everyone started to put their money back into these altcoins, and a lot of my altcoins that I was heavy in finally sold. So that's the good news about it. This morning, I'm currently at 100 trades. So if you haven't traded more than 100 times this morning, then boy, you're a slow trader. All right. So if you're on YouTube, you get to see my trades. So I made 2 trades. No, I actually made about 3 trades while I've been talking. Hey, I just bought some Potcoin. I don't actually have a clue what majority of these coins do. I just know that I'm currently making fractions of Bitcoin every trade. It starts adding up after 150 trades a day. So let's see, am I up or down in my wallet? So 2.16. I'm stagnant. Oh well. So like I said, if you want to learn how to trade, there are some great people out there on YouTube for you to trade. But if you don't have time like myself, who are constantly driving from city to city, talking to people about their Bitcoins and what's the state of crypto, why should people invest, people who usually try to just get more information out to you, which I don't mind doing at all. It's hard for me to trade while I'm out driving a car or other. So I let this microbot that I built that anyone else can have, you know, if they want to, at malairtebitcoin.com, and that's it. So from all of us here at Malairte Bitcoin, so Marianne Guinness, Emma Rose. So Emma Rose is my new Great Dane. So now I have 2 European Great Danes. What was I thinking? But I digress. I love them to death. But that is the state of crypto, and I wish everyone an awesome, blessed day. And we will talk to you out there, and I'll see you out there in the crypto world, or maybe not. So until once again, I'll try to be back here tomorrow to do this regularly of the state of crypto. So you're totally awesome. You're totally rocking. Thank you very much. And look at one of my videos that gives you the reason why I don't mind cloud mine. That's what the word I was thinking about. Why don't I cloud mine? Very simple. They require you to buy a contract from point A to point B. Most of the major players, they have a difficult level. Let's see, right here. They have a difficult level here, and then in a few months, you're barely making it. So the first couple months, you're making money on the cloud mining. Several months later, you're barely making money on the cloud mining level, and then once your contract ends, you're starting to pull money out, and because the difficult level is just way too high, and it requires you to buy more mining power, which in returns you're losing money. So I knew one guy, I gave my advice to one guy who did cloud mining. A year later, he came back to me, says, I made 0.72% of Bitcoin. I said, congratulations. He said, yeah, that contract only cost me $7,800. And it's just like, well, why didn't you get out of your contract? And he said he couldn't. So, anyways, oh cool, my BNT sold. So it's, like I said, I've stopped trading. I'm letting my algorithm do it for me. And so in the long run, it looks like I'm making 30% a month, which is unheard of. So, oh, my Omni canceled. That's because it was over the allotted period. But hey, if anybody would like to contact me, the reason why, what's going on, and why I should be buying a lot of these altcoins, let me know. I'd love to talk crypto with a lot of people here. Sit back with a beer and let the questions flow. All right, I'm out of here, folks.